Hello, welcome to my channel, Another Bibliophile Reads. My name is Greg, and I am doing the currently reading tag. I'm not sure who created this tag. I know it's a very old tag, and I was recently tagged by Sue Jackson. I also believe that I was tagged in this video long time ago, and I never did it, and I can't remember who originally tagged me. Sorry, but here I go. There are 11 prompts. Number 1, how many books do you read at once? The ultimate number of books to read at once is 1 audiobook and 1 paperback or digital book. That is the optimal number of books to read at one time. Occasionally, there are circumstances when I have to read more than one. I believe there's a prompt about that. Number 2, if you are reading more than one book at a time, how do you decide which to switch to reading to the other book? Do you read a certain amount of pages each? Well, what I would normally do is, like last month, I was in some readathons that lasted all month with Faulkner or Kurt Vonnegut. What I would like to do is read a set number of pages, usually like between 30, 40 in the morning. And then once that is done, I can proceed to my next book. But as I said, I am at the age or the mentality that I really don't like to do that. I really want to get away from reading multiple books at the same time. Now, I will also be reading some short stories, and I think that will work okay. Read a short story in the morning and then move on to your normally scheduled book. Number 3, do you ever switch bookmarks when you're partway through a book? No, unless for some reason I lose the current bookmark. Now, I have a whole box filled with bookmarks. I have a ton of bookmarks, but I don't ever switch them out in the middle. Prompt number 4, where do you keep the book you're currently reading? Well, of course, if it's an audio, it's going to be on my phone. So it's usually on me, or if it's recharging overnight, it's in the living room. And I don't sleep with my phone in the room with me. That is because in some previous years when we had a very notorious president, I would doom scroll in the middle of the night. And I just decided it's not worthwhile having my phone by my side. I don't want to doom scroll at 3 a.m. So my phone is not kept by my nightstand. Either my Kindle or my physical book is also kept usually in the living room. Prompt number 5. What time of day do you spend the most time reading? Usually in the evening, sometimes in the afternoon. Of course, on my morning walks, I always listen to my audiobook. And the audiobook, as I said, morning walks, sometimes during cleanup or dinner wash up, I will listen to that audiobook. As for regular books, as I said, those come after the morning walk. Sometimes there'll be time after my walk and before lunch that I read a book, but usually that time of day is reserved for like watching YouTube, and then in the evening. Number 6, how long do you typically read in one go? 40 minutes to an hour is very typical, unless I'm disturbed by some unknown events. Occasionally in the evening, I will read for more than an hour, like 2 hours, maybe 2.5. After that, I definitely need a break. Number 7, do you read hardcovers with the dust jacket on or off? I read with them on. However, you will notice that there is a very shiny glow to this hardcover. And right now we'll go in and you can see the reflection of my iPhone. And that's because I put Mylar covers on all my hardcovers. If you see some of my other videos where you see the hardcovers, just about every hardcover I own has the Mylar covering, so I feel totally fine reading with the cover. Just check it off. Number 8, which position do you mainly use to read? I like reading lying down, either on my reclining sofa or my couch on the sunroom. Occasionally, if my back is acting up, I will read sitting up with my legs propped on a coffee table. Number 9, do you take the book you're currently reading everywhere you go? Generally speaking, no, except for audiobooks, because my audiobooks are on my iPhone. I take my iPhone just about everywhere. But if I'm just going about day-to-day chores, I don't bring my Kindle. I don't bring a physical book. The only occasion would be is if I know there's going to be a lot of downtime, such as I'm going to the car dealer to get some service, and I know there's going to be an hour or two of me just waiting around. And then I bring my Kindle. And I usually bring my Paperwhite and not my Kindle Scribe. Number 10, how often do you update your progress on GoodReads? I'm not on GoodReads, so I never upgrade or update my progress. I am on Library Thing, and I usually only update that once I finish a book. There's no marking progress on Library Thing. Number 11, who would you like to tag? Now, I'm not sure who has done this tag or not. It's very old, and I have looked at 3 people who I don't think have done this tag. And that would be N, Novella, Mark at Book Time with Elvis, and Jim's Books, Reading, and Stuff. Well, that is the end of the tag. Thank you for watching, and keep on reading.